application. Most of y'all gonna hear this again. Okay, I don't know if you're, anyway. Items needed, architectural drawings to scale, which you seem to have. Site plan, for the most part, yes. Photographs of proposed sites. Since you already have construction there, photographs would have been appropriate. Incomplete application for new construction, which is not, new construction. But, you know, guys, you've probably already heard this from Tommy, as Tommy as the retired building inspector, you need to kind of get your ducks in a row before you submit applications that are coming 3 or 4 times. Because it creates, like, wait a minute, I've seen this before.
Yeah.
All right. I'm gonna read my notes and then I'm gonna open the discussion and let you answer questions. Y'all gave us a good drawing of what you think and doing. Okay, I do notice it appears that your construction's already started on this particular thing.
It was, what had happened is we had the initial renovation plan for these
Yeah.
owners, and once we got started, the wife got everything she wanted, and the husband decided he wanted to go ahead and get everything he wanted as well. They were gonna wait to do the boathouse, but decided to pull the cord and do it all at once.
You know that in Tommy's previous position, what he'd have done. If you showed up, started on construction without having the appropriate approval and
Stop
change in the
work
building
order.
permits, there would've been a stop work permit. Need to make, Tommy, you know it, you need to make the owner aware of this. That sometimes, and had a phone call been made to Jeremy, to me, and we say what we wanna do, we could probably said, yes, we think we can do that, go ahead and proceed, but this was a surprise when I walked by there this morning. And I've had a couple of them this morning, so that one didn't go good.
We haven't started the boathouse, we started the initial renovation.
The boathouse has not been started?
Yeah, no.
The part behind there?
Yeah, they're adding on
Okay,
to
well,
the
that
existing
I think we've approved.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, well, you can see why there's confusion when you
do it all in broken up stages.
broke it up like this, you know.
Unfortunately, sometimes we wind up working with people
I-
that decide to come in, you don't know what
Yes.
they say you're one thing and then they change their mind.
And I can appreciate that, but yeah. Okay, you have, and I assume this is part of the previously approved addition, there's a little slab on the left-hand side of the house, it's, looks like it's gonna be added on,
That's all been part of
that was part of that other renovation, okay.
Right.
All right, the discrepancies I found in the drawing is in the location of this garage. Because this one shows it completely detached,
Right.
and this one kinda shows it attached.
No, that's the,
That's 2 separate structures. That's showing, pretty much I wanted to show you what we have got approved the first round.
Okay.
That's the existing house and garage from the first renovation. And that
Yeah.
second picture is showing you what it looks like all together in addition with the boat.
Okay,
It's hardly renovation, it's a brand new house
Yeah, it's-
from
Yeah.
scratch.
They
That's
bought
why.
a house and completely
There-
gutted
there
it and
is no-
renovated it.
There isn't, the what?
They
Yes,
could-
they built a house from scratch.
Pretty
They didn't renovate anything. They worked on the little house.
There's part of it that's still there, but they wound
Yeah.
up, when they started tearing it down, they had a lot of, they wound up finding a lot of termite.
they redoing on the original site, okay. Now, how tall is this garage, boat garage?
In total, I think I have to look at it. It's like 21 feet.
2310.
Where is it?
2310 at the top.
2310 on the, 2
Yep.
of 3,
Yep.
drawing 2 of 3,
Okay,
right hand, bottom right.
okay, I see it, thank you, Patty. Yeah, it's gonna stand out, let me
Two
just put it
stories.
that way.
It's going to be about the same height as their addition on the back of their garage right
Yes,
now.
okay. Well, the fact that it's not, cause by all, now, obviously you gotta, but they obviously must own more land to the right.
No,
No, how can,
they,
Well,
those people are there, that lady that's been, and
5'3".
okay, yeah, I know that, but it, from the street view, it almost looks like the
Yeah.
existing garage is near the property line.
The property they have now is like 3 pieces that they've had
Okay,
combined over time. It was like that, but it is a decent size. They have about 20 feet on
Okay.
the right side of that garage.
all right, and because this will come up in a little while, I see that there is no plumbing, water, or sewer to that building.
We were running, I think, a single hose bib to the front.
A hose,
Yeah.
that's okay, but no sewer drains, okay? All right, I'm sorry, I kinda dominated that one, but I'm gonna put this up for discussion. John?
So, in the area where the fence is, can they have a 6-foot fence, Jeremy? Okay. I thought it's 4 foot until you get back about so many feet to the house line. But this is back, so.
Okay, I see it, yeah, it's, now I see that, John, thank you for bringing that up, yeah, the fence is way back here. Right.
Yeah, that boat garage is gonna be recessed.
Yeah, pretty far.
Probably barely even, well,
It's probably
Pretty
like
far back.
60 feet from the street. Not far.
I do like the gate.
Yeah, it's all the way, almost to the back of the one that they're building.
And there's no door, it's gonna be open.
Yes.
Okay.
Miss Patty,
Metal Ridge. I'm good.
Dave,
Say Metal Ridge.
I make a motion that we accept the proposal as submitted.
I second.
all right, gentlemen, ladies, let me find my sheet, and I'll write all these things down as we go. Okay, we have a motion to accept by Mr. John Bazoo, have a second by Miss Patty, you'd like to vote the motion?
Aye.
Aye. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
No more changes.
Yeah.
Thank you, Tommy.
Just make a comment, I know Mr. Shino's in the dirt business. He's in the dirt business, doesn't he?
I can't hear you. I can't hear you.
New dwelling.
All right, the next one on our agenda is a dwelling at 220. Ed, is that 216? Because 216 has a house there. Some of the stuff we have
Yeah.
says 216.
Right.
Some
so-
says
so
220.
Actually, you have 218. So the owner, the Bolins, own the property and live in the property at 216,
Ah,
okay? They own two parcels immediately inland from 216.
okay.
We had expected that the address of the property, of the new structure would be 218 Washington, but subsequent to the submittal of the drawings that you're looking at, we determined that we needed to allow for the front parcel for some future address. And so that front parcel would be 218, and the structure that we're proposing will now be 220 Washington. So that
Okay.
hopefully explains the difference
Just
in
the one
that.
that's like, it goes way back behind.
Yes,
you know,
it does. Yes, it
okay.
goes
It's a
back,
big
and so-
property, yeah.
I don't know if you see it on the site plan, but.
Yes, you do have a good site plan. Thank you.
So, yeah, so these are actually two parcels and the structure's being built.
I remember showing the house.
Post office function, they run the numbers like they want. You know, they
Well,
care what-
I think, I don't know, for tax purposes, does the city assign street address and then?
Yes, you do.
Yeah, yeah.
911
It's gonna be a
address.
fun when they renovate.
Ed, excuse me, but this is R2. This airway's building a duplex. It is R2.
It's an R2.
We're not doing a duplex. This is a single family.
It's single family, you might be looking at the wrong one.
All right, I probably am.
No, you're not.
Yeah.
No,
Well, that's me,
we
I'm
have
sorry.
218.
I see now, okay. I got it. Thought you were renovating the old house. You're building a new one.
Yeah, maybe you were thinking it looked like one, which is a good, in this case.
Okay, Ed, I
For this
must, I
particular
must
client.
look at one of them.
No, that's it. It's the bottom one, yeah. Yeah,
But you can go to see it, you're barely gonna see it from the street, are you?
Correct.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
But it,
Yeah.
Not that that changes
It's
anything.
not
but,
a-
it would be
Yeah.
set very far back.
Well, so it's the expectation of my client, the owner of 216, for this to be a, while it is a single-family residence, he expects, he has multiple children and grandchildren, and he expects for them to be
family compound.
Accommodate family, but not under the same roof.
An overflow house.
Correct,
I hope
correct.
he's correct and it actually worked.
Well, and I do too, and I expect that the lot, which is now deemed to be 218 Washington, if it ever has a structure on it, that would be a garden, and there's a driveway that comes through that. So that would be a green space between the two homes.
Okay, that explains why it's, okay.
Not
Yeah,
only South
correct.
Beach.
Ed, you already know these, but the windows are not specified, but you know they gotta be SDL if they're divided.
So we anticipate these to be, at the very least, a PGT vinyl through, simulated divided light.
Simulated divided light, okay.
To look like true divided light.
Mhm.
We are, in the pricing process, multiple options from South.
And shutters, operational or appear to be so?
Yes, that, we don't expect to have shutters on a lot of windows. We do have some casement windows, that swing out, casement windows swing out, so a shutter doesn't really work in that scenario. So those, anything that doesn't have a shutter would be an impact unit. But they would still meet the SDL requirement.
Okay. And then, metal roof. Standing V panel.
So
I've heard of standing seams and I've heard
Yeah,
of
yeah. I
What
think
is a standing?
It's gonna be a 5V.
5V
It's
crimp.
gonna be a
Good.
5V roof, screw
Either
down.
one is wood, but
We're gonna get, like I said, we'll be getting multiple pricing options from contractors. The base bid will be a 5V crimp roof,
okay.
and the upgrade would be a standing seam. And I think my draftsman confused that.
Okay.
I'd never heard of that one.
Yeah.
All right, John, I'm open to questions.
No, looks good, Ed.
Thank
Nice, moves on.
It's, the house is, just under 13 square feet of, 1,300 square feet of course front.
Patty?
I don't have any.
Dave? Matt?
I propose we accept.
Yeah.
I have a motion by Mr. Dave Wessinger to accept as presented. I have a second by John Bazoo. Vote the motion.
Aye.
Hi.
Aye. Pass 5-0. Thank you, Ed. You have a good
Thank you.
complete
you.
package. Then we'll put it to the end of the agenda for the time being. All right, the, third one was, for 336 construction. That construction is in progress. We need a stop work order on it. Like hell they do. They got batter boards up. They got fill in there where a house is gonna go.
Yeah, but they got a permit for fill and,
How are they gonna do foundation work without a building permit, Jerry?
you don't need, foundation. People get,
Deve-
permit all the time.
Development permit. They can,
Okay.
they can put dirt in it, they can do all those kind of things. And as they did to me at one point, they stopped work when I just dug the holes and put the steel in and didn't do any work. And I explained to the mayor that, if you proceed at your own risk without any inspections, you wait for the inspections and your permit. And he agreed with me.
Okay.
So therefore, that sounds fine. There's no stop work order in this situation. If they have a permit to develop the property with dirt, et cetera, that's a,
It just happened with, well, I can tell you one that everybody saw it. They just did it with South Beach Boulevard, where AMB's is building their new bar.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Batter
The tiki,
board and
yeah.
everything,
right,
except the building permit.
right.
You know, these guys got batter board and got fill dirt in there and got excavator out there, so.
As long as they got the development permit or demo permit, something that's
mhm.
precursor, then I won't complain, like I did on mine.
I won't either.
Yeah, but
Just letting you know.
you
Dirt
gotta,
to your heart's content. Don't care.
as long as you don't dig.
Okay, so where were we now?
Okay, that was,
The The duplex.
We'll move that to the end in case they do show up.
We got Keller.
What, that's
Keller
the duplex,
Street.
the duplex is getting moved?
Yes,
To
moving that to
them.
the end of the agenda.
204.
All right, 204 Keller Street. So, okay,
I'm representing, Ms. Foray,
okay,
only as representing.
okay. Now, let me see my notes here.
That's it.
What, did you have the privilege of filling this form out?
Yep.
Items needed, photos of existing improvements. We have no photos.
Okay.
Site plan depicting the placement of current and proposed improvements.
Should be on the first
Yes.
page.
This is all I have.
Do I have only one page?
I have one page.
I got
Yeah, I'll
one
have
page.
one page.
I have no, so we have,
This is
believe
the
it.
let me
entire package.
continue,
On,
because,
on the one that Jeremy sent by email, I think they have a site plan.
okay,
It's on the first page of the package itself.
well,
You're correct.
this is the package that I
It's not
picked
in the
up this
package
morning.
here, but
The whole set, I guess. It went online, but it didn't go, and they didn't print
you got it online.
it.
Let me see. We can look at it.
So it looks like it's-
Plans and exterior drawings to scale.
Would you like this package I have? Just a
If
little-
you have a package, sir, that would certainly expedite things. And then we'll get to the demolition. I don't know if Jeremy forewarned you, but when you start wanting to demo anything in the historic district, this being a shed in the back, now, which one is it you want to demo, the shed in the back or the little carport?
Both
Or
of them.
both?
Both.
I don't know if you guys got.
Carport isn't open, the carport is an open carport and the shed's a storage shed.
Okay.
Yeah, that was on the package here.
That, okay.
That's it.
All right, let's go ahead and clear this up. Do we, as a commission, have any problem with the demo of that little shed in the back of the carport?
Neither one.
No.
Okay, good. That makes that a lot simpler.
And the shed is a removable, it's a skid shed.
In the back?
Yeah.
Is it gonna stay together when you move it?
I don't think so.
Let's say, my experience in this area is you put something on to pull it, the termites will,
It's been there long enough, they've probably had a good meal off of it.
yes, all
Here
right.
it is, here it is.
That's the house I'm looking at.
It's across the street from Joey Maneri.
Right across
Yeah,
the street.
but is it the one that they just redid? It looks, used to be like a duplex. They've done a beautiful job renovating. Have y'all seen? it?
No,
That's not the
No,
one.
no, that's not it, no.
No, that's,
This is a blue house directly across the street.
Oh, yeah.
yeah, the blue
Okay.
house,
All right.
Lydia Keller's old house with the
Another
sunburst
one, another
that
one,
Terry
yeah.
Stoltz
Yeah.
redid.
It's a smaller house, cute little house, yeah.
It's across the street from that. All
Yeah,
right.
those sheds were pretty sad. They were pretty bad.
Okay, so.
Yeah.
Remove existing carport and storage shed. We got past that. Build a carport with attached two-car garage. That's what the request is for now.
Yeah.
All right. Think you know what's coming next, because you showing water and sewer in that building.
Yeah.
You also showing insulation in the building.
Mhm.
And you're gonna tell me it's a garage. It's not gonna be living quarters.
It's not living quarters, no. There's a half bath in it, yes. And there's an outside shower tray on the outside.
Jeremy, I know that we have gone to P and Z before, and people, because it's 5 foot off the property lines.
No,
So-
I don't think, like, it's all the plans, like, it's not, full baths more are indicative of, but that would be more of a zoning thing regardless, but full baths, all right, but it's like a workshop sink
Okay.
than anything else.
I mean, I know that has come up in the past, and I don't wanna give this man false hope.
It's not being turned into an apartment.
Okay, that,
Are we
that,
building an Airbnb?
Can we come see it in a year?
yeah, okay.
You mean another one?
That's another, that's
Another
the
Airbnb.
next, well, you know what, guys, though? We can bitch all we want about Airbnbs and VRBOs, and by the way, I don't own one anymore. But this town depends on tourists coming and staying
I
here.
know,
That's our economy, that's our industry.
I had one and I sold it too.
I'm good too.
But we need people to come to
It's a
visit
tourist town,
and spend money. That's right.
acknowledge it,
Melvin, you agree with that, Bubba?
Nah, he probably doesn't agree.
All right, the
You
other
tired
thing
of
you got,
tourists, Melvin? You tired of tourists?
window,
No, he's not.
window details and garage door details is the other thing.
And we did, I think you want the carriage type doors.
Yes, sir, we do.
Yes, yeah. That's, I advised them of that already, yeah.
And windows, as you heard us talk to Mr. Ed, if it's divided light, as you're showing here,
Mhm.
they have to be what's known as simulated divided light, which it has an actual mullion on the outside the pane. It can be an add-on,
Mhm.
but it can't just be those interior little
Strips.
things, make it look, it has to be a simulated
Make it
divided
look like a grid, it has to
Yes.
be a grid.
Right.
All right, and metal roofing, is not, I don't see it specified.
It's a 5.
5V crimp
Yeah.
would be fine. All right, I'm done. John?
I'm good.
I'm good.
No questions, no?
I move to accept.
I'll second it. I'll second it.
Okay, I have a motion by Mr. Dave Wessinger to accept as presented, and a second by, Matt Stifle. Vote the motion.
Aye.
Excuse me.
Gentlemen, this is going a lot better than I had expected, quite honestly. You know, I was
I'm
looking
so
at these
happy.
applications
happy.
this morning were,
Can I interject?
yes,
just
sir,
one
please
thing?
do.
The corner of Citizen and the beach has, we approved a long time ago, added car garage with, overhead doors, okay?
Okay,
And we want the carriage-style doors. Well, they didn't install carriage-style doors. They're panel doors. They have, it looks like like you'd have a 8-panel door or 6-panel door in your home.
Yep.
They're panelized.
I think I know the house you're talking about.
Yeah, I mean, brand new house on the corner of Citizen and the beach, and, they put the, garage in, and of course, one of our stipulations was the carriage style, and they're not.
They're not.
They're not.
It's very visible.
It's very visible, and,
Gorgeous house. Gorgeous house.
and the doors are not unobtrusive.
A question, if you don't mind, the carriage style you're referring to would be the hinges in the door? knobs
looks-
and
That's
it
stuff?
something that looks like,
hinges.
Yeah, just like a
Right.
regular, okay, I just wanted to
Yeah.
make sure
Right.
with them.
But just the idea, you know, as a follow-up, the building department hasn't followed up with insisting on the carriage style. There was nothing submitted on the plans. It was just,
That's it all the time. how I
that's
want it.
in our notes, and that's our requirements.
Let me see if they can add hardware to the door.
yes,
Well,
Yeah.
they can,
they could do that all day long, but those doors are quite huge, and they're not the style that you could add hinges to make it look anything different than what it is.
And
They
they really
could
don't
possibly.
fit, they don't fit the house. I mean, the house
They-
is gorgeous. It looks like, you know, it was very
Yeah.
authentically done.
That's one that's gonna get a house built in front of it, I think.
Say again?
They're gonna build another house in front of that.
No.
No.
This is-
No.
No, this
This
is
is on the corner,
on-
Jeremy. It's on the corner.
On the corner, the one at, George
We
Hopkins.
digress, let's get this finished with this.
If you,
this gentleman,
would you like to keep that?
if you have another one, then I will attach this with my notes
Yeah,
saying this is what we approved.
What I was,
Carriage style door.
just so you know, that the way your drawings show a similar type panelized door. And
Oh, yeah, I know what
you know, we want the carriage style, so, exactly.
We do this for you. This is for you.
We
This is for
approved
your
it.
property
You-
value.
you're
We
done.
Do it for you.
You're done. I just wanted to make a comment about that, because what happens invariably after the homes are built, things change, and we have no control of it after the fact.
No problem. I appreciate everything. Y'all take care. Thank you.
Thank
Sure enough.
you.
Thank you. You're welcome.
What's my procedure from here?
Go get your
You
permit.
don't think you can get a building permit today, but it'll go back to the building department, and by later on in the week, you should be able to get a building, if you have all the rest of your drawings and things, you should be able to get a building permit within a few days.
Ann has everything. Thanks again, I do appreciate it.
Well, I appreciate it, and,
Yeah, don't call the
let's
mother
see,
in law
before I
time.
have
3
people
months.
say, Ed, go ahead. Oh, I thought you were raising your hand to say something.
March.
Before we leave, I wanna make a comment on what Patty just said, because I did notice something this morning.
Late last month, it got approved.
I got,
After I had to change just to say storage, and the mother-in-law.
When does,
That's it. I'm serious. 5 months. You know what my son said? They can wait. I'm not gonna pay for the permit. I don't care about doing it right now. They can wait.
all right, we are now at,
That's it.
Melvin's, at Cuz. John Anderson not coming?
John's out of town.
John's out of town, yeah.
Yes, sir, I did.
Good afternoon,
Mel,
guys.
good afternoon, Mel.
You probably got more paperwork than I do, but.
Well, we got very little. What are you gonna do?
Got one.
That's what I'm
Well,
gonna let you explain.
I'm wanting to extend my courtyard out. Well, as you can see the measurements, I think it's gonna be like,
No, you're
Well,
commercial property, you can come to the property line.
that's
Which
correct.
property line?
But what I'm gonna do is, as you can see the drawings to the left of the picture, the photo,
Mm-hmm.
we're gonna change going in, and the reason is we're gonna cover that, area, to where I can do some light, somewhat entertainment, like a, you know, an evening time or whatever, but also I'm tired of putting up tents and stuff out there for an event to serve off of. I think we can make it nicer than that. By doing, in the photo, you can see what my plans are.
Right.
But anyway, just a basic, a roof, 8x8s, put the code. I want it very strong. If a storm was to come, I'd actually want it to help protect my building from debris coming from across the street. I got the oak trees. I think this will, be a little bit of insurance for me too, you know, in that courtyard area. But, it's only like 16 wide. I'm going the same width, and I want to put concrete. No plumbing, no windows, no doors. There will be gates like I got now, but it's gonna move down in that lane.
And this outdoor bar right here?
I'm sorry.
That's an out,
The serving counter, what is
serving
that?
counter?
That's gonna be
Okay.
serving.
Seating
Stuff for
also? Like,
cruising.
you have seating also in there, like?
No, it won't be unless I move tables out there when I'm not doing any event. But no, they should not be no
So it's just an open covered
over covered, open
Like,
covered.
like a
shade.
pavilion.
Yes.
Shade's a big deal this time of year.
It's just covered.
But the counter you see, and I will have
Tight.
aluminum can, aluminum bottle beer. We do jambalaya and all that stuff. I like cruising.
Yeah, you'd be,
You know,
help, yeah.
We put up them tents and you got a storm come in and you got all this
Oh,
going all
Lord.
over the pain in the butt.
It's a thought.
But it's gonna help. It's gonna give people places somewhat to wait. Now, if it starts raining, it's gonna give me a little more shelter.
That's what I'm saying, I would think it makes sense to put tables there.
Get out the weather. I'm
I
sorry.
think it makes sense to put tables underneath there. You'd have covered area if people want to be outside and the weather's inclement.
Some of my customers are pushing me to do this. They feel like.
Yeah, that's
And
indoor, outdoor, yeah.
but we move them up underneath that awning, but this will give me a little bit more coverage.
But you're not covering your entire outdoor seating area that you've got there.
I'm gonna only have one
Okay.
here, so I'm sorry.
You're not covering your entire outdoor
no, no,
seating
no.
area.
So you can see, the
Okay,
seating
just
area
in
is
the
right
front.
here.
We just
Yeah.
coming off the
Just
front
in the
of
front,
the
yeah.
courtyard.
Yeah.
And going to the, and as you can see, I'm not building right on the property line. We're gonna stay off.
Mhm.
Cause the people cruising, getting food from me outside, I don't want them
Mhm.
in there. So we're gonna stay off probably, foot and a half, 2 foot.
You know, Mockingbird did something similar,
Yes.
so does
Yeah.
Barracuda's
And the
doing it.
Barracuda's gonna get ready to do
Why
something.
don't you talk to,
See,
Yeah.
this is just gonna be kinda like a little get under the get, and this is gonna be covered just about 16 feet, just the addition.
Yeah.
Not the whole courtyard, no.
right.
Okay.
Just that small area.
Hey, cuz, why don't you have a conversation with Bowie's about covering the band area?
Well, you know, I thought that's what they were doing.
He told me he was gonna do that, and it's not covered.
I'll
That's
make a
right.
motion to accept as
Okay,
presented.
we have a motion by Ms. Patty to accept as submitted.
I second.
We have a second by Mr. Dave Wessinger. Would like to vote the motion?
Aye.
Aye.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you, Mel.
y'all. Y'all have a
Think it'll look
wonderful
great.
day, guys.
I'm being serious.
But you know, and you know, everybody's, well, they doing all this stuff up there, it's making me nervous, I said, I gotta do something. They got more construction.
Well, if you got shade and get out the rain place, you're gonna do good.
That's what I'm trying to do.
You can put a louder band than Dan B's there, huh?
Yeah, well, thank y'all,
Yeah.
thank y'all.
Aye, thank you.
Okay,
See you, Melvin.
you second that one?
I want to see the
Arugula? I played that before, it's not just for one. Oh, yeah.
Think got that yet, okay.
The what?
Played the one in Clarksdale, too.
Yeah, that didn't show up. Yeah, that's.
That's what I do. Not my retirement, no. Doing
No, that's what I'm
It's not on here. It's not on here.
How am I doing?
Down there, causing water.
Thank you, guys. Y'all have a wonderful.
See you, Melvin.
Thank you.
An enormous amount of money compared to that. That's so super.
Oh,
Used to be a big deal.
must be. Okay,
Have an unrestricted
Get a three-quarter.
the next one we had was not on the agenda is
sign.
a sign, and I'm not sure, is that yours, sir? Are you Mr. Alanon Shaw?
Yes, sir, it is pronounced Algernon, so
Algernon.
we was in France and New Orleans, it'll be Algernon.
Algernon?
But,
Algernon.
but just 'cause
Algernon?
I have a speech impediment, I just go by Shaw.
Okay,
Yeah,
It's just one syllable, Shaw.
There we go.
good.
Shaw.
Yes, sir.
all right, sir, this was not on our agenda, and it is something that, like I say, we just started seeing this morning, so you
Yes,
have to
sir.
bear with us on this one, I think.
Hey, everybody gotta wait till the sunrise, so I'm
Yeah.
patient.
All right, Ed, you got something you need to talk to us about? Okay.
So that sign is front lit? It's not not a sign, not a light inside it?
Now,
That's,
front lit means that it illuminates through the front.
no, see, that's.
No.
Front lit to us means
Yes, sir.
it's outside lights shining on it.
Now,
Le-
right,
That,
So it's
This-
the interior lights,
an
the
in-
lights are interior, shining out towards the front and illuminates the letter, the logo that you have there.
but
That
it's
is
one
correct,
big
yes.
sign, yeah. We are, the only way we approve signs lit like that when it's individual letters, like the Daiquiri Shack,
Or the
you know, they
logo.
got
The
the
loft.
individual
The loft,
Channel
that
letter.
one, yeah.
Yeah, the logo.
channel lit, that's.
yes, sir.
So, this does not meet our guidelines as presented. I can tell you that, and I don't wanna hurt your feelings.
Oh,
but
no, you're good.
I've been known to hurt people's feelings, so.
And honestly, I was thinking about plan A, plan B. If we can't do internal LED lighting within the cabinet, could we do the light that shine on the sign?
Yes.
To still have the
Yes.
same sign, but
That's
we
what
need to add
This-
additional lighting.
This
Yeah.
sign, and that way you don't need to make it quite as thick.
Right.
Make it a little thinner, and then have lights either from down, looking up at it,
Mm-hmm.
you know, and not so bright that it, you know, to make it tasteful.
Now-
Or you can make the goosenecks over it.
Now, Mr. Jeremy did educate. He said there's a chance that it could be lighted from internally. It just needs to be turned down, like on a dimmer to like the lowest brightness. Mr. Jeremy, is that correct?
That's still the individual letters.
Oh, the letters. Got
The
it.
individual letters, because the Daiquiri Shack, and that was a
Right.
learning curve for us. We're the
Gotcha.
first time we approved any lighting interior, because it was one of those gray zones in our guidelines, and
Mhm.
we said, yes, we approved it, and they stood out, you could see them from the Bay Bridge. Of course, there weren't quite as many buildings, but it stood out bad.
Right.
And so we went to the Dak Shack, actually, I know the owners, and I said, look, would y'all mind putting some dimmers on them and kind of tone it down?
Right.
And they did.
Cool beans.
But, yeah, we don't want the old Coca-Cola sign, big red Coca-Cola sign with all the lights, the fluorescent lights on the inside. That's the look we don't want.
Got it.
So,
Honestly, just looking at, because I just saw, we talked 2 weeks ago and you sent the application this morning, or I think.
well, it does, we can,
That's why we got added late.
that's okay.
That front sign, this is just to solve the problem, because the dim lit sign, and I understand what other parts of a city need. Old Town's a little bit different. If that circle front sign in the front, what I would do is make it a hanging sign. I'd make it a hanging sign off that, front porch, and then the big sign, not to say move the location, but move it more to the front and just do uplighting. Like, you'll have enough.
Question. So the proper terminology for the exterior lighting is called
Exterior lighting.
uplighting.
Uplighting or
Gotcha.
exterior lighting.
Yeah, either up or
Externally,
down.
Up or down.
externally lit.
It can
Gotcha.
come
It could go
it can
above or it can go
below,
below.
Yeah, I mean,
Cool.
it comes from the exterior, flat, shining onto the sign.
Super.
My only issue with, it's a cool idea and concept, but a hanging sign, given the weather we have here, may not. It has to be
Yeah,
a
hanging
pretty
sign
well
might not.
secured
Or
hanging sign.
just drop it down a little bit where, you know, it just kind of sticks like a, I do
Right.
agree with Jeremy.
Right.
If it kind of move it down to where it's a little bit back, and it can be permanently, you know, attached firmly,
Right.
the hanging sign would be
And honestly, I have branded that 'cause I do signs from Louisiana to Alabama. So the swinging with the weather and stuff, I have to always keep that in mind as well. I appreciate that, Tom.
but yeah, something like that where you just attach it
Mhm.
to the building, kind of make it a little bit more subdued.
Right.
It'll still shine out. You can put exterior lighting on it,
Right.
but not quite the stoplight in your face looking thing.
Correct, and even with the drop down.
Is that what you're referring to, Jeremy?
Yeah, the only other thing I think could be an option for you, if you have two signs, is take that circle sign.
Yes, sir.
Y'all aren't gonna be parking that many cars, if any cars in front of that thing. Actually make it a sign that you put in a ground sign.
A ground
And then
sign.
keep the other big sign, because I think
Right.
I think ground signs in Old Town Bay St. Louis, since it's pedestrian neighborhood.
Right.
look-
They do.
It's good looking, it's a good look.
Super.
You okay with that?
Hey, I'm on y'all's team.
Okay.
Because people
Right.
aren't gonna be driving by and say we're looking for a restaurant, they're gonna be walking by it.
Right, and that's because of the amount of green space.
Yeah.
Got it.
And they ought to be going 20 miles an hour, of
If they're
course.
looking up when they drive like that, they're gonna hit something.
Not on State Street.
And they're only supposed to go one way on Court Street.
As long
And
as
look,
it's front-
Not like the people that tried to kill me
They should
yesterday.
be slowing down to go into the parking garage.
It's letters and they got.
Use that
lights.
parking
I
garage.
had to,
It's
I had to
board
swerve people,
Yeah,
I had
it's-
Jim in the car and he freaks out, and I had to swerve people.
All right,
coming
so
this way.
How do
So
we
can
wanna,
we see, can we see
Instead of,
something different with the drawing? Can you
Can we do
al-
this?
alter the drawing?
y'all saw this, how about he goes back to the drawing board and I'll
Yes.
just go, they're trying to finish this building up to start getting open, and not to say they're gonna be open next month, but so he can start getting it done, I'll go mail.
I can email, I can do
Yeah,
email.
we'll do email.
okay,
Email
we can
us
do
the new
a
renderings, we
conceptual,
can all look at it, yeah,
Let-
that'll work.
then I'm
Well,
proposing,
I think you got your marking of backlighting, black lighting's not gonna be an option.
Right.
no, yeah, no.
Right.
Interior
In-
light is
in-
not.
Internally lit, no.
So no internal lit cabinet sign.
You like the
Got you.
pearl they have?
Do we
it's
have
like
examples,
pearl.
like, can you point him to the direction of some
Like
existing in
the
downtown
pearl,
that would be?
which
a-
is
Yeah.
written
Well, the
and,
Pearl has one that's like behind the
It's a
sign. and
shadow.
It's kind of like highlights it, but it doesn't come.
come
Now-
through, come
now,
through.
as far as
Yeah.
that one, that's called backlit, to where it looked like a
Yes.
glow.
Mhm.
But the thing that it does is, okay, so let's just say the television, you see the shadow in the back, it has the glow around it.
Yeah.
Whatever the copy is, the lettering, that does glow to the front, but the whole face of the sign does not, shine bright.
It makes it more shadowy.
Right, exactly,
Yeah.
So
exactly.
you kind of have to have something coming from the front of it to make sure the sign itself pops.
Right, exactly.
Like those,
Did this, yeah, just show us something what you wanna do, but yeah, an old fashioned, the true old fashioned sign, and with the lights, shining on it of an appropriate brightness.
Right.
Be fine, and on this one, either on a stick in the ground, or a post in the ground, or one of these posts here on the building.
Gotcha.
To where it's, and then you could put a little bit of, there again, some externally lit.
Right.
And we can do is do a conceptual approval,
Acceptable.
and that with the, note that we will approve the final one via email.
yes.
Right.
And we can do that because it is an open meeting. We do have certain requirements for open meeting so I'm gonna make the motion that we conceptually approve the sign with external lighting, and that we will, approve the final design via email.
Yeah.
I second that.
Okay, and I have a second by Mr. Bazoo. Let me write my notes here, gentlemen.
Moving.
As verbally approved or something.
Yeah.
like that.
I appreciate everyone's time and patience. I just had to do a historical meeting a few months back for the Toasted Yolk behind Chucker Stadium, because they don't let lighted signs there, but because of Firestone
Mm-hmm.
has been there, they was able to kind of grandfather that one sign in.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm pretty familiar with trying to
Yeah.
keep the historical looking
Yeah.
historical. And what I specialize in is sandblasted signs. I'm the only one on the coast that still sandblast.
The old wooden,
Mhm.
with it etches it, yeah, those are,
Yeah, now the sign comes like Mr. Gary here
Yeah.
at Lightning Quick. They have the CNC router table.
Yeah.
I'm an artist, so I like to sandblast and hand paint.
Mhm.
all right, let's vote the motion, I guess. All right, we pass it. Conceptually, we have approved a sign with external lighting, the final design to be submitted via Jeremy and will be approved via email.
All right.
And we usually do those within a day or two, because like most folks, I don't look at my emails but once a day.
Yes, sir.
Some of us don't look at them that often.
I got
Anyway, we'll get it approved for you so you can move. All right, I have a few other things. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
it. All right, everyone, and I hope to see you guys.
Algernon?
How's your on?
Shaw.
How's it on?
Yes, sir, and I hope I'll be seeing more of y'all. My office is in Social.
Oh, Lord.
Yeah,
Well, you,
so I can say I'm best out in the woods all I want.
there you go. Those,
All right, good seeing you, man.
those are a classic looking sign. You're right, you don't see them much anymore.
And I do a lot of them for a lot of these new subdivisions that's going on.
Mhm.
Should've got with the girl for the Chamber of Commerce.
I think I don't even know if they got put up or we
Thank
approved.
you.
Thank you.
Bye, ma'am.
All right, other business, before we move on, I think everybody's got a line or two they don't wanna talk about. 500 South Beach, Thomas LeMay and, McNabb. I understand they're going to P and Z on Wednesday, Jeremy? And I have not talked to them, are you aware of what their plan is at the time, right now? I know they're looking for a 3.8-foot variance on the Sycamore Street side, which meets where they're at now. Do you know? That's all you know?
Yeah, pretty much the
Okay.
house plans. They have some house plan stuff, but nothing concrete. I told them. Basically, I think we talked about just holding off until you get this variance, because if you don't get the variance,
Okay.
you're square one again.
Okay. I did get, because people like to call me, one of their neighbors, contacted me and said they didn't have a problem with the variance, but they did not want what appears that they're gonna do is a garage, and they wanted to ensure that the garage is not gonna be living quarters. If you-
Yeah, I think I did see something along the lines of, but no, I feel like they're gonna probably get rid of that pool in the back.
I think they will, because it's,
Because right now, they're gonna have a garage in the back so they can park their cars, because there's nowhere else. If you live on the beach, you're not gonna wanna park your cars in front of your house. I doubt that you would, if you have the option. to
I've
park
been
it on the beach.
surprised by Miss McNabb before.
You don't assume, don't
I will talk to them and let them know that, this is what I understand. They'll probably be here Wednesday. I'll probably come to the meeting Wednesday, but, the approval of a swimming pool in the front yard was on the old design house.
I don't think that's even,
That,
I don't even think that's on their radar.
that's good, because,
I think they're just looking for a house now.
yes, Lord knows they're, had plenty of fun. All right, 132 Blaze, we had a sign for the reformed pillates. The guy sent a, email out. Did-
Pilates.
What's that now, 130?
Pilates.
Pilates.
Oh
I'll
my
let Miss-
gosh.
Pilates.
Oh my gosh.
Hey, Patty.
I mean, this-
Pilates.
Not only can I pronounce,
You're such a guy.
yeah,
Stop
thank,
it.
thank,
Oh,
oh,
such a
thank you
cage.
so much.
Such a guy.
He's not into
Pilates.
Pilates,
You mean
okay.
the spring sign?
Yeah,
Yeah.
they submitted something via email.
Right.
I think I forwarded it to y'all. I don't know
Yeah.
that I ever got any responses.
It looked like the same thing we had looked
That's
at
what I thought.
at our meeting.
I think that's
Yeah,
what I
it's the same
said.
thing. That's
Anybody
the
have-
spring and the
Did you get to see it, Dave?
What's that?
The email?
spring
with the little-
sign.
I didn't.
How do
get
you
that.
pronounce that? Pilates?
Pilates.
That sounds like
Pilates.
some kind of an Italian food.
It
dish.
is.
It
It's
is.
food and it's an exercise.
Oh.
Yes.
There you go. So, I never followed exactly.
No, I think it's just more, it's not the same thing that originally was backlight. Like, I think it's much more,
That was it. They took the backlighting off.
I think-
Understood.
We just told them to put lights in the front.
yeah,
Are they not proposing to put lights in the
No,
front?
they just wanted to know, did we actually approve it? Cause I think they're still, have we told them it's okay?
yeah, cause
Okay.
they took out they took out what y'all didn't like, so we're good.
Okay.
There's a little
I
canvas
just-
sign on
Cause
there
I
right
thought
now.
cause the way I read the email, he thought he was still just hanging.
He wanted to make sure before he called and said,
Okay.
hey,
And,
this is work, like, he's like, I did everything that they needed, is this
Yes.
work? I said, you did everything they needed, it worked.
okay. I don't have his, but yeah, I know I sent it out. I never got much of an
Yeah, I
answer,
think
so,
it's fine. It's the way, what they did now is fine,
okay. So he knows he's okay.
yeah.
All right, now, the other item,
We're not gonna do
We're
the
not trying to
duplex?
ignore you.
the duplex. We can look at the duplex. Let me finish my notes here on this one.
The 336? Okay.
You have a lot more detail on the, email.
Yeah.
What's the address?
Why would?
Three
why is it putting
336
columns
State
in front
Street.
of windows? It's just-
Let me see what my notes say. Oh, lots of notes.
That's where they built onto the front of that house. with
No, this is a vacant lot right now.
Yeah, but it's that's a screen porch. I guess they're just trying to, yeah.
Okay, this one, and you say they have already gotten variances?
Yeah, like a 5
Yeah,
foot
I'm pretty sure.
for the front and 5 foot for the rear, so I think it should be 20 feet from,
Oh, screen door.
It's showing a 20-foot setback on the front, which
yeah.
I knew should have been 25. And the rear setback is showing 15, which is supposed to be 20.
Yeah.
Uh,
Council already granted that.
okay. The notes I have here is the windows need to be SDL. It's not noted on the drawings. There are no shutters shown except on the side, and it says all shutters will match, but
You don't have a shutter.
they don't, there's no shutters, so I guess
So
we
they'll
need to.
match.
There you go, except for the one, there's only
And they'll
one.
be exactly
Just
right.
imagine
Okay.
the shutters that match.
All right, the chain wall, finished per customer, that needs to be defined. Brick, it's gonna be stucco, it's gonna be bare concrete.
Mermaids, whatever.
Yeah.
Mhm.
That on a drawing is, I'm not real keen on it. I feel like it needs to be defined as to what the finish is
Yeah.
gonna be.
And this is David Rush that's doing it. He went out of the town or country today. I thought his brother was gonna be here. So this is something that y'all need to wait till next.
I think that would be
because
smart.
I think y'all need to have the discussion with him instead of saying, hey.
I'm,
these things.
all right.
Did we table
Okay.
it until
All right, I
next
have a
meeting?
motion by Mr. Dave Wessinger to table this for the further discussion
Hell yeah.
when the owner is present.
I second.
I have a second by Mr. Bazoo. Let's vote the motion.
Aye.
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 All right. All right, we'll table this, and then my last comment was that, drawings of the package were incomplete, but there may be drawings that online that I didn't see. Table.
Yeah, they got a bunch of drawings on the online thing.
Yeah.
Oh, we need to have an overhead projector here
You got a whole construction, you got a whole construction.
We have,
company.
we also have.
Yeah.
with a big screen and on our next,
Okay, thank you for bringing that up, Patty. We could get that handled. All right, now, John, you made note of Citizen and Beach garage doors.
Right.
what's the address?
And then I know Matt has one on Owen he wants to talk about, and Dave has one on Carroll.
I do wanna note that, the house, the brick house they did on Washington, closer to Hancock, that had the weird bricks in the front that was supposed to
Yeah,
be covered
yeah.
up, but they did get they were waiting for the shutters to come in, and then they did put them up.
Oh, we got
And,
shutters
and
in
the
there?
overall, I was a little skeptical of that house when it was being built, but the finished product actually looks pretty nice.
See,
I can't remember the exact address, but I think it's the second house on the right when you turn from Hancock going towards the beach.
it's the one Ben Fatty built with that funky, front with no window. They have the little bricks around
Oh,
Yeah,
it,
they,
flat. And the thing is, I did recall, I'm recalling that we did approve a
yes.
shutter in that hole.
yeah, we did, but it just wasn't there, and
Now
I
I
actually
got
ran
it.
into the guy on the one day on the sidewalk, and I talked to him, and then sure enough, it's up, so,
Yeah, good.
okay.
Isn't that Mark Ben Fatty's house, his house, personal house?
I don't know.
No, he lives in, I
He
thought he,
was moved from Dunbar Court to somewhere in Washington.
oh, maybe it
I
is,
think that's his house.
It might be.
okay.
He
Well,
was
it
gonna
better be
build-
done
he was
right.
gonna build down
Okay,
there.
you also, Matt, you also had something on Ullman that you sent.
Oh, yeah, so,
Something to
and
us.
Jeremy, this is for you also. So, if y'all remember, 122 Ullman Avenue, that's the one where they reopened the front porch.
Oh, yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
okay, now I remember which one you're talking about. Yeah, it's a stucco finish, and they had,
Was it stucco?
it's a
122?
fancy,
Anyway, they've completely gutted it back to the original, they're gonna put hardy siding, they're opening up the front porch, they're doing an addition in the back, and they were going up to the original gable in the back, and they're gonna do a loft above, they're doing like
Yeah.
a master suite on the back side, right? Well, they wanted to do, it's gonna be, I just got this photo, John, you haven't seen this yet, and you can also listen, Jeremy. So, this lower board here is where that that addition in the back, so this is the
Uh-huh.
back gable of the house.
I got you.
Yeah, so it will go to that lower board there,
Uh-huh.
here. So from the street though, you're gonna see, let's see. You'll see, instead of the roof line being continued, just going straight back, it's gonna bump up.
You won't see
Like
what's
camelback
behind it.
looking.
Well, yes,
And
it'll
there
be
will
kind of
be
a
a
back on the
there'll be a
back.
gable
A
where
new
it goes
higher
up.
gable, a
The
new
gable will
higher
have hardy
gable.
board, it'll have the
Yeah,
same
okay.
roof as the house.
Yeah, okay, so it's gonna be
A
taller.
humpback.
Okay.
It'll
And
be
these are the guys.
Camelback, camelback.
Camelback, thank you.
And these guys are they're the ones that did 128. Look, they're very diligent about making things look and feel. In fact, they're going to great lengths to bring that house back to the original house.
I remember, yeah.
Yeah, have
that-
you ever been by there and seen it?
Mhm.
There's layers and layers and layers of stuff on top of the original
What's
house.
the
and they're
address
bringing
of
it
the
back.
house?
122 Almond.
It's
122. Yeah, I
the
know.
city side of, was that the Methodist church or Presbyterian church or something?
Yeah, it's like the third house on the right from second. When you
There's
go-
there's a King Lane, there's a King, yeah, orange, red, construction dumpster from King Waste, and I think,
You can't miss, it's the only house on construction on the street.
It's right next to the Seals, or two away from the Seals.
Cushion Old School.
Okay.
So, but it looks, this is a very rough rudimentary drawing of the, I sent this to you earlier.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, yeah. I remember.
Yeah.
And that's the elevations. You'll have
Yeah.
the original roof, and then they'll have this
Mhm.
gable.
So.
Well, not
is there
quite a camelback,
proposal
though,
in
not
this, or
really.
you
Not
may
quite a
not-
No, he's
camelback,
kinda
but it will
updating
be-
us what
I
it'll
don't
be
think
something
so.
on the side that you do in addition to the house, and it goes up higher.
It'll be camel front, 'cause it's a higher
Jerry,
distance
did
than
you-
this
did I need to get approval from y'all?
No, he said pull
Well,
back.
that showed a good motion.
Okay.
Sits in the back.
That way, it's,
Pull off.
if we have reviewed it.
Well, he was explaining to me, Big Farmer House, they got the name from that,
Yeah.
get a loft in the front as well. I thought it
Let me get the address.
was- If it's in the back, then it's not, it's a
One-
step.
122 old.
Do it all the time.
Yeah.
Okay, all right, okay.
Okay, I moved that the Matt's proposed about 122 Almond is a minor change that does not need thorough review, and it's okay, move forward.
I second
Okay, Bowman, we have a motion by Mr. Dave Wessinger that the, update by Matt is a minor change and does not require full HPC review. We have a second by Mr. John Bezook. Would like to vote the motion?
Aye.
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 That's one.
Let's go, it's perfect, yeah. I'm just trying, they're doing a fantastic job, I'm just trying to make
What?
it smoother for them, so.
It's Mexican night for you.
No, Puerto Rican.
All right, thank you, Matt. Dave, you had something?
I have an issue about 108 Carroll, the one that their architect's doing, that owns the house behind it
Okay.
facing South Beach Boulevard. The windows
Carroll.
are interior mullions, they're smooth front, interior, they do not have any,
Mhm.
and that's not what we approved. Now, do we have any recourse about that? Can
But
that
is the windows?
Well, we can tell them they need to go get the mullins, put them on.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, yeah. You can get
Glue 'em on.
exterior mullion, you can get them applied.
Yeah.
Okay, as long as they do that.
I
Well,
hope that's the air
Yeah,
conditioner, not
we
rain.
should
Should
send them,
leave your
send
windows
them,
open?
stop work notice.
Is that rain? Or is that,
That is rain.
I'm glad I rolled my windows
It
up.
was the AC at first.
Okay.
I think I
As
rolled,
long as
okay.
that's resolved, but I did walk up there and look at it.
I didn't really like the ones at the old,
But is that 108 or 102?
Because the first house on the left,
Yeah, that's,
off of Beach Boulevard, whatever that
when I
is.
talk to David Rush next time, that's the house he's working on.
On Carroll?
What did we see, something about the, cabinet, LED cabinets for rags to riches? Where did we see that, Dave? Was that part of this packet?
Oh, there's
No.
another proposal about.
Did y'all not see that? I know I saw it in
Yeah,
here somewhere.
they want to put a sign on the.
Is it on that?
yeah, I didn't like the
Yeah,
mullions
here.
in the old Starfish Cafe. I like where.
Look,
and
I don't know, it was in my, it's in my packet, it may be for the next round or what, I don't know.
There's nothing in my.
Okay, this is not, oh, yeah, I saw that, but that's not the same as ROM Incorporated?
That's Algernon is the same,
Algernon.
That's it.
Algernon, sorry.
Is that the same guy? I think
Yeah,
I
that's
looked.
this guy.
That's the same one? Okay.
108 Court Street, yeah.
Okay.
108 Court Street,
All right.
that same
But
guy.
what's an LED cabinet?
That was what he's talking about,
Have
that,
a LED lights inside.
Inside the
Instead
cabinet.
of- instead of the old-fashioned light bulbs or fluorescents, they now use LEDs. So,
Okay.
you know, but it's still internally admit. Okay,
We're gonna be getting wet.
Citizen and Beach, garage doors, I got that one.
Okay, so
122.
So we have to make a motion to, the one on, Carroll without SDO, no,
Yeah, I think that would be appropriate, wait till Jeremy's
We'll
back,
have-
yeah, that the,
planning and zoning guy have to go down there and tell them they gotta put mullions on.
Email me this,
have
and
it,
email me this, and I'll go forward this to everybody who needs these.
okay, I will email, alright,
That's code enforcement, right?
make a motion that I email Jeremy.
I make a motion that, Cliff emails Jeremy with
Y'all don't need
the
to make a motion.
directive,
Don't
with
need
the
to make
Yeah,
a
we
motion
should-
for any of this stuff. Just-
directive to comply with the
I make a
requirements.
motion, we
What about
compel
your-
Jeremy
It's a record
to-
now.
Well, then what about?
I'll send you an
the
email with the
garage
address
doors
and
at
what
the
we're talking
corner
about.
of Sycamore?
Oh, no, I think
We'll do
that's
the
one or
same
two.
Is it
I'll do another motion.
Okay.
108 or 102?
I think it's one or two.
Yes, whatever the first time.
Yeah, but
So-
say,
so-
just- y'all, this is.
I will just send you an email.
Yeah, because y'all have already approved what needs to be done. You don't have to approve
We
it
got-
twice.
Okay.
We're gonna also make another motion too, that,
On-
that we send him an email about the, non-compliance on the,
Garage doors?
garage doors at the corner of Citizen and the beach.
Okay,
And and for that one, because I think we figured it out a few months ago, like, yes, you can buy a carriage door. You also can, it's not the optimal way, but
They can,
you go put hardware on it to make it look like the carriage door.
they sell decals that make it look like
See, I
carriage
wanted to
doors.
do that, so I could put some stuff on my door to dress it up.
Okay,
Just send me an email with all these things, and I'll.
alright, that's the two of them that we got here. And then I will contact the other folks.
Like,
The light guy too, the reform, Pilates.
Yeah, Pilates.
Oh,
Alright.
Pilates.
He said,
I
have
already
you,
talked to- I already
Three
talked
you have
syllables.
talked to him?
Yeah, I talked to Pike, and then,
3 syllables.
and I think Almond
that
Avenue
is,
Wise, which y'all just talked about, I feel like he called the office today. I saw his number come across.
Who?
No,
Pilates?
the guy,
Calliope.
the one on, Almond Avenue, 122 Almond. I feel like his phone number came across the call ID today.
Okay.
I did not talk to him.
But that's the one that we, 122 Oldman,
Yeah, like.
we
y'all
said
don't
that's
have-
minor.
Yeah,
We don't
y'all
need to
have
do
worry
anything.
about that. We just need to go make sure he updates the building plans.
Oh, yeah.
Should have scored my car.
That's not y'all, I just wanna make sure.
my mother studied.
No, I told them I need to come to you for an advisory permit, so.
Hickory,
Alright.
Yeah.
CL10.
Alright, we have other
CL10.
things to discuss. Oh, Jeremy, you have on here about the, certified local government regional training in Pascagoula. It's on August 6th.
You're going to that too.
Yeah, you wanna ride it together?
Some of y'all going, I think.
I said
I'll
I
have to
would
look
go
at my
along.
schedule, I got stuff coming up, I don't know.
I can tell you that time of the year is very busy for me. It's already started, as a matter of fact.
I signed up.
Well, Matt and I are gonna go.
Matt and them are going, so you are
okay.
certainly
You wanna
welcome to go if you
wanna
so
go with
desire.
us? Sign up for it, you can ride with us, so we'll have
I'll
lunch.
see.
It's only a one-day thing?
It's here in Pasco.
it's
Remember I had to go to
I
Oxford
know,
last year?
yeah.
Cause it was down here,
Things from
if
10:30
y'all are
to
going, we'll
1:30.
take turns. Y'all go this.
It's in
y'all go this
Pascagoula?
year.
Lunch, right?
Yeah.
I hope they got one.
These two guys are
It's
going.
right
That's
there.
good.
Yeah,
Did y'all sign up yet?
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah,
Okay, so,
Yeah, cause it's all over the state.
man, I had to
It was in Oxford last
sign
year.
up,
It was fun.
app.
I ate good
for
food.
We went years ago with,
the
I
app.
went to the one that had at the 100 Men Hall with,
See that app?
the lady that died, what's our
Like
chairman?
every other, it's like
Remember the lady, who was our chairman
dining
before
out.
you?
oh, Pat.
Pat.
birthday's coming up.
Yeah, I
Oh.
21st, so she wants
That's-
to eat it.
The house, Pat's old house.
Duck Lou.
But anyway, yes.
Yeah,
Le-
they're
Duck-
doing some work
Ledoux.
on it.
The house
Ocean Springs.
there where
So I
Pat
went to
Robinson
the-
used to
the
live, the external, and we said what they're doing is
Open
replacement in
dining.
kind.
Or
I go by there
Open dining.
occasionally.
Open dining, okay.
So now,
So Dave walks by there. We're talking about that house
Where?
right there off of Blaze.
Pat Robinson's
Sycamore,
old house.
Pat Robinson's old house.
He's just, he's replacing right in
Yeah.
top of the porch,
Yeah,
that rotted wood with
It's done.
Yeah.
And they're finished, the construction's gone, it looks all right.
And they, for the most part, what we said is in kind, and
Yeah, it
we
looks
say that's
the same.
fine, so.
Yeah, look, it
Well, we
I
talked
don't think
about
we need to patch the
Oh,
old house, right there around the arch place.
Big old house there on end of Hancock.
Oh, yeah. Okay, that's kind of
See what
ladders
they
are doing
did,
that one.
they wanted to have those patio doors up there in the dorm, which was wrong. That house originally it wasn't like that.
Oh.
It had the roof all the way across the porch, and there was maybe a window, a dormer window. But they chopped the whole roof out of it, put a deck there over the porch, and then put a big old set of doors in it. Now, I think they were in there. I mean, they've been in it for a while, but they were obviously rotted out, or the termites ate them, and they had that entire front of the house torn off that day I went by there. But they
Been
put it back,
rotted
looks like it did before.
Okay.
That house was
And
so
that-
riddled with
that-
termites.
Yeah. You could see, man, I'm telling you, it ate up that entire.
I don't know how Pat never fell through the floor. It's crazy, yeah.
All right,
Yeah, come on.
John, other business?
I'd love to.
You
I
gotta-
really, no,
Yeah.
I'd love to.
I don't
I'm
mind
loving the
watching it.
photos.
Any business?
What's our-
Matt, anything else?
No, I'm kind of excited to see some of the projects, like the Keller, that block of Keller between Hancock and Blaze. Have y'all walked past down there and
Yeah.
seen the
Yeah,
stuff they're doing? It's beautiful.
Valerie's writing a new book, and the people in the one right behind the beer garden,
Mhm.
that big house, it's gonna be in it.
Speaking of that, Dave, I'll come back to you.
There's another
The
one.
beer garden.
Yeah.
Did that ever come to us? Maybe we did, and I don't recall
No.
ever.
But what did it need?
It's got a giant fence around the
Yeah,
back.
it's
of
got
it.
a,
It's
got
way
a,
higher than 6 feet.
yeah, it's got an excess of 6-foot fence.
They made a parking.
We don't control the height of the fence. We just
No.
control what it's
No.
made of.
No,
8
actually,
feet,
we
he
do.
said.
No, we do?
In the front, but in residential, what
He
he's
said
telling you is
commercial
commercial.
can be 8 feet. right?
Yeah,
That
commercial.
size
No, but that's a P and Z thing. It's not.
Yeah, you can't see
Historic.
in, you can't see in there. You can go into the golf cart parking lot. I walk into the
Yeah.
golf cart park and look in there, and yeah, I mean, just,
It's a big outdoor.
yeah, it is.
They got little outdoor coverings and they got the beer taps and all that
Yeah,
back
but
there.
and I know the guy that lives right there next to it in that big house, next to the parking
Yeah.
lot.
Yeah.
And I asked him, I said, man, you're gonna have a band in your backyard. He says, that's okay, I don't care. So I said, we'll see.
Okay.
We'll see.
What, Bruce? Bruce Newton, the one that lives right next door?
Yeah, yeah.
No, because it's all it is generally a guitar. Like they,
It's
Now-
low level.
Now it is.
Hey,
Yeah.
I played
But-
it.
but it
I
could turn
I
out
played
to
the
be-
Yeah,
Star
it used to be
Spangled
that
Banner
way
on
to
the guitar
Douglas
the other
Pirate
night.
too. But
Yeah, you can't hear that all the way to my house.
Well, the ornery neighbor moved.
Well, there you go.
No, I was
The new neighbors don't care.
Well, and see the bodega, they got the big building there, but you can hear all that. We hear all that
Oh,
stuff
yeah.
from our house.
All right, Dave, other.
I move we adjourn.
All right, I get a motion to approve minutes first.
I
Okay.
move that we approve the minutes.
I second.
All right, we have a motion to approve the minutes by Dave Wessinger. We have a second by Don Bazoo. Vote the motion.
Aye.
Aye.
I move we
Patty says
adjourn.
aye.
And Pat
we
says
have a-
no. She said no. No.
Okay.
She did still.
The,
wait, did y'all
motion,
approve the minutes?
we had a motion to approve the minutes by Dave Wessinger, second by John Bazoo,
Aye,
and approved unanimously. Patty was, not in the room at the time. Okay, we have a motion to adjourn by Mr. Dave Wessinger.
I'll second that.
We have a second by John Bazoo. You vote the motion.
Aye.
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 Okay, Patty was in the room for that one. We approved the minutes.
You just
You're
said
absent.
it on
You
the.
just bought a new car.
No, we approved that we rifled Patty's pocketbook
Oh.
and get
Yeah.
lunch money.
We
We can
approved.
do that too.
And they approved
Well,
it.
guys,
We're adjourned now.
I
We're
was,
adjourned.
yeah, we adjourned. I was really looking, I was looking at these drawings saying, oh man, this is gonna be a bad meeting.